All right. How about that? Yeah, I know. $5. $5. Ugh, oof, gotta do it all again. Gotta be quick. Gotta be quick. You can see I'm in a trade, but in the YouTube chat, there is our Top Step risk disclosure. Everything I say and go over is for educational purposes only. It's not financial advice. It's not a signals class. With that being said, I am long at the NASDAQ at 894. We had a one heck of a candle at the close, right? New York session, this is the NASDAQ. We closed, and the market pumped. I mean, that was not just a little one. That's like a 260 point rally in 5-10 minutes right there. So we started to break out, and I got into a long on a breakout trade to see if we come up and test these 900s. Maybe at 920s. We'll see. It's a small size, wide stop. Let's go. We'll see if how this one plays out, and then we'll do a top-down analysis. So trade comes first, then I'll do that top-down analysis. We'll see if we get a true breakout trade. 2 minutes into this, this is one way to start slow markets. So yeah, might as well. Let's get into some music. We'll just jump right into it. We'll get the music going. We'll get some questions from the chat, and we'll just get to it, right? What's your targets for the long? Well, this is a breakout trade, so the first area I'm seeing is maybe these 920s. Let's see where we could. Let's just see where this one takes us. One contract. Are you trading gold tonight? Not tonight. The contracts will be rolling over, so I'm gonna wait for them to roll over, and then I will trade gold. I'll explain more about it. We'll take a look at gold, and I'll talk about it. I don't want to trade it during rollover, so yeah. Watching gold break out, 44.75 EKS. Thanks for answering, of course. What's up, Sleepy? See if we get some buyers in this NASDAQ. Some more buyers, anyway. One contract's enough for me on this particular breakout trade. And then we'll take a look around these markets, get to some questions. Nice, chill, relaxed. Remember, 800 likes, and you know what? I gotta check. I'll check. I'll check last night, see if we got to 800 likes on last night's video, on last night's stream. Remember the deal? 800 likes, and then me, Coach Jay, and see about bringing Braden on for a 3-man weave, trading it up. And I was being lenient, right? 800 likes, even if it's not live. Those that are watching the recording. How do you know it will break out? You don't, right? Unsupported. We don't know if the market's going to break out or if it's going to have a fake out. That's part of the risk, right? The risk that we take as traders. We understand probabilities. We understand risk reward. We understand the risk we're putting on in the market. We're risk managers at the end of the day. Trader, risk manager. Risk manager is probably more accurate in my opinion. And we play the statistics, right? We play the probabilities. We play the odds. You know, I'm looking for this market to break out. And if I knew for sure, just going all in, right? We just go all in, bet the house on it. But we don't. We understand the risk. That's why we have a stop loss. That's why we manage it. We watch what happens with price action. For me, I like to see a move, some type of consolidation, and then I like to see a follow through. And so for me, it's not a true breakout until we get like that follow through. And we're not seeing that follow through just yet. So this candle did close, this 5-minute candle. It closed above this previous high. So it's looking optimistic for a breakout. Let's just say that. That would be fast trading with all three. I don't know. Me, Coach Jay, and Braden, I don't think it would be too fast. It'd be a more slow, relaxed vibe. We all trade slow markets. It's those freeloaders. I know, Coog. All those freeloaders tuning in that don't hit the like button. We'll just watch this here, and we'll take a look at gold. Remember, gold's in rollover, so I'm gonna opt to not trade that tonight. I take one trade today and locked out no matter what. So I'm going to wait to see if I say, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, let me ask everybody in here a question. Maybe I could ask this again later on. Would your trade be better? Would your trade setups be better if you only had one trade a day? If you were only to be given one trade a day and say, hey, every single day you only have one trade, would you be more patient? Would you wait for better setups? Would you be more picky? Would you have better results? Right? That's an interesting question that we gotta just ask yourself that. 100%. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. Exactly. So maybe try that. If you try the smooth yield curve, you only take yeah, it'd be interesting. That's an interesting thought process. Would you be too hesitant? Right. Let's flip on the opposite side of the coin. Would you be too hesitant to take a trade? Right. Would you see a good trade set up, say, I don't want to use my one trade on this, and then it works out perfectly, and then you end up chasing it, and it turns. There's always pros and cons with it. We're not seeing any follow through here. Not seeing any follow through. Yeah, you'd be forced to wait for good setups, but on the flip side, you'd be very hesitant to pull the trigger when you see a good setup. It can be very emotional. So there's pros and cons with everything. But quality over quantity is very important. You look for higher quality trades rather than multiple quantities, I guess. That one trade would still be a loser. Hey, if you won't blow an account like that if the risk is managed properly. Let's see what we do here. This is important. This is an important decision right now. We got the breakout here on the 5-minute. We're getting a pullback. We are kind of retesting this level, this zone of support, right? You look over here on the 5-minute chart, and you can see that this was a level of resistance. We broke out of that resistance. We're retesting it, and now let's see if we get that continuation higher. So kind of looking at this as a breakout, a pullback, a retest of these 90s. So let's see if we can get back above 900. If not, then I'm going to be more inclined to just get out, bail. I'm going to actually tighten up my stop loss. I don't want to risk this new pivot. That's why I love the 100-tick chart. You can zoom in a little bit more. You can see those pivots. Tighten up that risk. Be a risk manager. Risking 9 points. Let's see if we get some follow through here. Hey, this is a quick one. We started slow markets, already in a trade, like right at the bottom, right at the start of slow markets, and getting a lot of action real soon. Same thing happened yesterday, right? Coach Jay and I, as soon as we started the show, it was just a quick gold trade. There we go. There's some follow through. I don't want to see a fake out here. Uh-oh. Hope you all had a fabulous day. Mine was good. Digging the house music. Appreciate it. Stop loss hunt. I mean, there was definitely some liquidity right there, right? Is that what it's called? Liquidity. Pop up there, kind of rejecting. So this is where I'd be more inclined to get out sooner than later. I don't want to see us reject. I want to see a follow through. We're struggling to hold these 900s. So looking for another pivot to move my stop loss. Is this going to be it? Maybe. Thank you for streaming. Of course, I love it. I enjoy hanging out with the community, trading, teaching. I'm even paying for people's dinners. Today I went and had lunch at a really good place. I know the owner, and if you show up and tell him that you know me, Coach DBA, I'll pay for your dinner. I'll pay for your dinner. It's helped you so much? Good. All right, we're struggling here. We're struggling here. So I'm gonna get out on a small loss. Name the street. I actually posted it on social media. LOL, where? Hey, follow. I posted it on social media. All right, let's get some follow through. Okay, all right. Now I don't want to risk more than that. Just tightening it up. Basically, not risking much. No, I actually, like I said, I posted the actual restaurant on social media. All right, let's just get out of this. Let's get out of it. Nope, flatten. Get out, out. Minus $10. Minus $10. Not much risk on that one. The breakout didn't play. Breakout did not work out. Unfriendly price action. Look, it's gonna pop up now, is it? It's gonna. If this breaks out, I'm gonna retire. Yeah. When in doubt, close out. When in doubt, close it out. When in doubt, close it out. I know. It's I don't want to be in it if we reject it. This is what I didn't like. I'm okay with the rally and then just kind of consolidation, but when we tried to break out the second time, I want it to go. The fact that we rejected there, I didn't like it. So I'm okay with just, yeah. When in doubt, pull out. I don't want that to be on. Yeah, come on. You have to say that on air. This is a kid-friendly show here. Fishhead, only a 33-hour drive to get dinner. Jay, I need someone to keep me in check here. We're talking about flattening a position when you're in doubt, when you have any second guess in the trade that you're in. It's better to just close. It's better to just close the position. You don't want to learn that one the hard way. It's not wrong, Coach Jay. No, not wrong. Best life advice. Good life advice right there. Do you actually live in Dakota? I don't know what that means. Why not short? I'm not seeing any bearish market structure in the way I see it, right? Maybe a 3-bar reversal could get you short down here towards these 840s. Sure. Shorts are paying. Shorts are paying. So let's do a top-down analysis now. Let's do top-down analysis. Let's take a look at the daily. Oh, what did I do? No, we don't want those. Let's take a look at the daily. And if you're tuning in last night, we got some technicals coming into play. Who was here last night? Braden and I, trading it up. Technical analysis. I'm going to point this out. Shout out if you know what I'm going to be going. DBA Concepts. It's a daily chart. We only get one candlestick a day. Yeah. It was a good one last night. Yeah. So level of resistance. Support resistance, right? Draw as many circles as you want. Yeah, it sure was. So this is a very strong and a key level. And this is just, it's a zone, right? It's not rocket science. This is not an exact. I'm not playing exact numbers here. This is zones, right? Eyeballing it. And there's one thing I was talking about, whether we got a breakdown, this pullback was a retest, and then we get this continuation. Well, it looks like today the market's made up its mind. Today it looks like we are getting that continuation down lower. We got down to those 23,700s again. So we retested it. What was a major level of support since August, support and resistance, but it became support since what, September 17th is when it started to become support right here. So since September, this zone, this 24,600 zone, it's a big zone because it's on daily. It's now resistance. It has become resistance, and we've seen that. And sellers stepped in and sold this market off. So technicals, markets are fractal. The question is, are we going to get more downside? Some targets to the downside I'm looking at here on the NASDAQ. You can see where we've been here a few times. All right, we've been here around this 23,550. So these mid 50s, maybe 23,600. That's definitely a key level I'm going to be watching. Obviously, we're here right now at this 23,700s, mid 700s. So that's a key level that we're seeing some buyers step in. Do you see how I'm doing this analysis? It's simple, right? Very straightforward. I do it on the daily time frame, then I zoom in and I do it on a smaller time frame. But it's very powerful. This is what I use in my trading. I use it on this account. I use it on my personal account where I'm trading some pretty big size as well that I share on the social media. And before I forget again, if you're new here, there is my socials in the YouTube chat. You go ahead and follow me, tag me, hashtag slow markets if you're going to trade something trading related. You can also see where I'm willing to pay for someone's dinner. And it's straight out of my pocket too. So if you are going to go, just take you and maybe +1. Don't go crazy. Don't order a whole bunch of crap and think, oh, we're just going to put this on Dakota's bill. It's just a nice gesture. It's a nice gesture. Trying to find ways to give back to the community. At least the ones that local, right? Local. So anyway, there's a nice level of support. We bounced off it. And if we do continue to break down, I'm going to be looking for 23,520s as a nice level of support. And yeah, that's pretty simple on the straightforward on the daily. Let's zoom into an hourly chart. Yeah, sure enough, we are at the low. I was talking about this candlestick, this main candlestick being everything inside of this range. And we are at the bottom. We tested the bottom. And the question is, are we going to bounce? Are we going to get some buyers stepping in? Or are we just going to break through? Maybe we break through. Maybe we consolidate for a little bit and then break through. I would like for us to consolidate more. I want to see more of a consolidation. So when we do break down, maybe there's more momentum behind it. Obviously, these markets are still very news, headline driven. You seen that after the bell? You see that after the bell? Very often. Just a headline. Just a headline. If you were in a trade or if you had some type of trade going, a headline hits, this ruins it. This just wrecks the trade. Small size, wide stops. Like, that's just 260 points. Just 1% here in the NASDAQ. Yeah, totally headline driven. You get a headline, the markets chop around. Waiting for another headline. Boom, another headline. And the markets chop around, waiting for more. Today it was a little bit more directional. It looked like, I'm going to be honest, I was wrong with what I was looking at this price action. I was looking for this price action to actually hold up a little bit better. The fact that we were bouncing during the end of fast markets, I was thinking that, okay, Trump and everything's done speaking. Maybe we could bounce back up, see more like some choppiness. But no, it looked like throughout the rest of the day, this market just sold off. and just trended lower. So that was a little bit surprising. I wasn't watching the market during this time. I probably would have lost a little bit of money looking for dips to buy. But yeah, lots of selling pressure. Those who were short tonight, looks like you got some paid. Range bound, right? We went range to range so far. Range to range. Buy low, sell high, or sell high, buy low. Nasdaq's pretty range bound. So let's zoom in again, see if there's any more trades. We are bouncing off this. We are bouncing off this. Do we go back up to the top end of this range? Lost a lot trying to go long today. 20 L's in micro. I'm like 10 mins. Was watching rips at that time. How will you sleep tonight being down $10? Oh man, I wouldn't sleep. Ask slapping. I might not sleep. I might not sleep. That $10. Fake me sitting on my pants, shorting. Yeah. Sometimes that lockout feature is underrated. Two Spoons, right down the street from me. That's where hey, you know where you're going to dinner tomorrow. Going to go to bed hungry? Can buy dinner? Why is my live account orange compared to others green live? So it depends on how long you had the live account, I think maybe. Because I restarted. I went back through a combine to an XFA to a live account. What? August? July, August? Somewhere around there. Yeah. Braden bought the dip. Ooh, nice. Was using the 9 EMA on the 5 today, shorted. A few props to it. Worked out well. Nice. And look at these sellers coming back in. Okay. Sellers stepping in. Bottom of the hour in about 8 minutes. Volatility's kicking in. Yeah, look, sellers just running through. Is this a headline? Is this a headline? I guess I could take a look what's going on around the rest of these markets. Let's see. Crude oil's down. Crude oil's down. We're at 93.62. Crude oil's down 0.8%. Ooh, maybe it. Ooh. I don't want to lose. I look at Intel. Intel. I know I talk about Intel a little bit. It's been my favorite stock for the year. Uncool. I started trading slow markets to avoid headlines. Well, sometimes the headlines are 24/7. 24/7. Look at this market selling off. Hey, good on the shorts. Who is short this? If you're short. Airstrike along with 3 missiles targets buildings. Trump considers sending another 10,000 ground troops. Oof. Here we go. Here we go. Sellers stepping in here tonight. I'm not chasing it. No, I'm not going to chase this. Who's in it? Who's in it? Tag me in hashtag slow markets. Tag me in hashtag slow markets if you're in it. I'm curious. Just scalped one. Been very small. Called it, bro. But your course. But your course. Stop hit, ES. Headlines, man. This is a headline driven market. Still long oil. Plus 3,400. Share me. Share it to me. Share it or did it happen? Yeah, it's difficult to be in any position, right? Carl says, so difficult to go long with so much uncertainty, no belief that adults are in charge. It's hard to hold a position longer than a few minutes, right? See money, take money. If you are holding a position longer than like 20 minutes, I mean, you can imagine it's headline risk. That's what it is. Like both directions. Hey coach, what's your X handle again? I got both right here. Hashtag slow markets. Here it is. There's my X, my Twitter. And there's the Insta. Whenever I'm not on air, that's where you could find me. I was short that pop. Stopped you out. Oof. Yeah, we're watching these markets. NQ7 balance galore. I meant gold. 20 minutes is an eternity these days. Yeah, it is. I'm tempted to get in long, but I want to see better market structure here. Because we're rejecting these lows again, right? Buyers trying to step in this level. I can't believe I used to hold these positions overnight and during the day hours. It's different times. These market conditions, right? Different conditions. I'm all for holding positions overnight. Not in this market environment. One where there's not as much headline risk. It's okay to hold positions for a while. I like holding positions, letting a runner run, but it's a lot harder to do so in this type of a market, right? This is more of a see money, take money. If you're in profit, take it, because at any moment we get what you're seeing here, headlines popping off. Yeah, I agree. And the volatility though is the thing, is you look for a 10-point move. Sometimes the 10-point move might take 30 minutes, right? Or you're looking for a 20-point move. That might take 30 minutes. So volatility has been up there. So the volatility, it goes both ways. Dakota, which are the headlines? Well, anything that has to do with the war, anything that has to do with oil, anything that will move these markets, right? Coach, what's the purpose of using a 100-tick chart? The 100-tick chart allows me to zoom in and see a little bit more of these details to move my stop loss and see these pivots and see the market structure. You can't really see that on, say, a 5-minute chart. So I like to have the setup on the 5-minute chart, right? Looking for major support and resistance on the 5-minute chart, breakouts, reversals, and then a lot of the trade management that I do goes on in this 100-tick chart on the right-hand side. All right, chat. Remember, 800 likes tonight. And see about getting me, Braden, and Coach Jay. I need to check. How do we do? Did we get to the 800 likes on last night's video or stream? I'm seeing if there's a way to check it. I don't know how to check. 22 hours ago. Oh. No. We got to 580 likes on yesterday's. And so, you guys are in a deficit. You guys are at a deficit. You guys are 220 likes away from it. So, I don't know. You guys are going to have to get to 8,000, 1,020. What do you mean Fox Limit? Yes, you did. No, you didn't. You got to like... We got the proof. We got the proof. What news came out in the last 15 minutes? Well, you go to the Trader Hub over here on the left-hand side. Well, there's an 8. I'm like sharking you. Hey. Here's the news, right? Airstrike. Trump considering. They all have to be organic. All right, we're holding this level again. We're holding these 840s. Man, look, it's so volatile. Look at this. I still don't like either direction. Very neutral still. Bottom of the hour. Bottom of the hour is in. Do we get continuation lower? Do we just keep selling off? Settlements, we settled at the low. So this market just kept selling off and we finished at the low of day. So there's a decent chance we could just keep breaking down. And I don't mind a breakdown trade. This is going to be preempting a sell-off. This is a little hard to do for me. But think about preempting a sell-off. Let's see. I need to see. I might even build a position. So I'm going to take one here. Have a bit of a wide stop. And then I'm seeing a lot of support around these 824s. Right? And so I'm looking to see if we do start to break down through this. Then I'm going to look for 800s. So I'm going to decide to add if we. So I'm going to build a position. Build a position as we break down. So I only want to build this position if we break down. I don't mind taking a loss on like one contract, but I want to build a position if we do start to break down. Take a loss on the small contracts. Get those winners on the building position size. So this is why I like the 100 tick chart, right? You could zoom in. Like there's a little pivot right there. I actually might want to move my stop loss up. Oh, no, that's not my stop loss. That's my second contract entry. Let's see if we get into this second contract here. You see the Pretty Lily says, I see the pivots on the 100 tick chart. You like it. All right, let's see where we want to go here. And I'm debating about adding a third contract if we could break below these 22s. Up 824, scalping long since 6. All right, there's the second contract. Okay, added the second. So I'm going to add a third if we break through 827. Is this going to just trigger me in and bounce? See if we could break through 827. Nah, it's still holding out these 31s. Break it for me. There's some momentum. All right, entered the third. You see how I did that? Adding as it goes in my favor. Now I want to see us break through these 24s. This is the most amount of risk I have on right now. So I need to see us get through these 24s. I got the finger on the close button. So if I don't see the momentum here soon, I just got to get out. I'm manually trading this. So need that breakdown through these 24s sooner than later. We're testing it. Come on. Patience. If we do start to break down, I have a nice spot to move my stop loss. If we do start to break down through these 24s, then my stop loss will be looking at this nice level of resistance. Put my stop loss above. But I need to see a breakdown through these 23, 24 level. Yeah, I'll flatten before it hits the stop loss. It's like an emergency, right? Whenever, I always want to have a stop loss, especially now with the headline risk. Headline could come out right now and pump this market 200 points. Okay, come on, let's get through these 20s. Where's my take profit? I'll get out. I'll join bid. But ultimately, I'm looking to go retest settlement. Maybe even leave a runner on. Maybe a headline could come out and dump this market 200 points. That's why I'm okay not having a take profit. It's moving so weird tonight. Yeah, if you don't like these market conditions, it's okay. Trading is optional. Okay, we're getting some selling pressure. Come on. Get through there. Oh, I don't want the same thing happen to me up near these highs. Don't have a fake out to me on had a fake out on the highs and then we have a fake out on the lows would be the worst case scenario for me as a breakout trader. Well, I'm looking for a breakout tonight. Yeah, so far it's giving a little bit of range bound, but I still like a breakdown with a little bit of headlines coming off and a lot of momentum selling coming down to these lows. You never know. Tweets or headlines could come out any moment. Alright, we still haven't had a solid breakdown. Like, no breakdown in momentum yet. We're hanging out here. Yeah, not enough momentum. Yeah, I'm considering getting out of this as well if we don't get the momentum needed here soon. But I still like how the sellers are still taking it down to these lower 20s. Nasdaq's positive 0.12. Nice and slow. Slow markets here tonight. Testing. Come on. There's some follow through. All right, let's move my stop loss. See if we get more. That wasn't much of a follow-through breakdown. Come on. What happened to stair step up, elevator down? Let's see this elevator. We still got a little bit of ways to go to settlement. Does slow markets equal easy markets? No. There's no such thing as an easy market. I wish. All right. Still heavy. Selling keeps coming in here. Richard says, "Don't be scared. Read my analysis. Gotta take the stairs. Taking the stairs step. Look, we're stair stepping down here. No elevator. I am very long. Dakota, why do you insist on selling instead of buying here? With all this momentum, right? We had big sell-off, lots of momentum here, and I'm playing for a breakdown. It's taking longer than expected. We got settlement just under here. We settled, right? New York session where we settled down here at these 780s. I'm targeting maybe we get down to 790s, but I want to. I'm in 3 contracts, so having the luxury of multiple contracts gives me the luxury of scaling out, right? So if we did get some selling pressure, I could take one contract off, hold another, maybe take another contract off at these 90s, and then leave one on for a runner that maybe we do break this session low. But we're not getting it. This is not getting the momentum breakdown. So if you're buying, this is what you want to see, right? This is what you want to see if you're a buyer. You want to see the market not break down and hold these lows. No comment on that one. I'm glad that one's hidden. Some of the comments that are hidden, pretty wild. We're just chilling here. There's definitely some slow market vibes. It's fast smart. I mean, that's 10 points. That's something else. We're still seeing a lot of volatility in this market, but it feels slow, right? It's like this market's volatile, but it feels slow. Because usually a regular slow market is pretty insane. No, you can't see the hidden comments. They're usually inappropriate, Peter. Yeah, I might have to just get out of this one. Come on, momentum. Slowly moving through an empty book. Ooh, that's a good way to explain it, right? Might have to cut it. Still green on the screen. I don't mind it. Literally, my take profit's 98 points and it seems tight. It's high volatile, slow moving market. We're trying here. We're trying. I like this as a pivot now. If we break down, this becomes a really good point of reference for me. Tighten up my stop loss even more. Need to see some breakdown here. 1,500 likes to see the hidden comments. No. You guys struggled getting 800 to have a special guest. Me, Jay, and Braden. Washington? Yeah, that's the point, right? Don't need to be cursing or crashing out or yelling at a screen to be entertainment. This is, trade, answer questions, educate, help. Sometimes we joke around here. There's some selling pressure. Okay, let's get down to this 800. Bye says, can you unblock me? I see you. I don't know if you're blocked or not. Bye. Unblock you from where? All right, are we getting some follow through? Are we getting a breakdown here? Can we see 800? Maybe 790s? Probably X. Probably on Twitter. I have so many people blocked on Twitter. You'd have to give me like the exact username and I'll have to search it. Come on, selling pressure. Are we gonna reject here? Yeah, this is where I don't want to see a rejection. I just don't want to see rejection at all. Where you at, Bulls? Make the call. I don't know, Mass Trader. Oh, did we tag settlement? What's settlement price? What's the settlement price here? More downside? We'll see. 100 proof highs. What is settlement? Settlement is the settling price at the New York session close, so it's right around here somewhere. I look at it as a zone. Settlement says 23.82. No, we're still in the green. All right, look at this. Would you look at that? Looks like Coach Dakota does know how to trade. Yeah, see these 90s. Not a lot of risk here. Risking $30. Someone said move their stops to break even. Interesting. Yeah, bye. I can see your comments, so I don't know. DBA uses insider information. Hey, the only insider information I use is information inside my head. All right, now look, here's another pivot right there. So if we continue a breakdown, I'll trail my stop loss. Oh, that was kind of a cheesy one. No, it worked. All right, come on. It's every candle since I got on air, basically. Since, what's that? How many minutes? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 minutes of just nothing but red candles. Okay, I'm gonna make a decision to just get out of one contract here. We haven't seen a lot of momentum. It's just consistent red candles. Still, sellers are just trying to push it down. Yeah, when in doubt, pull out. Here we go. All right, there we go. I got out of one. No more risk. This is a risk-free trade. Yeah, so many. Yeah, it's an interesting market here. Gold breaking down a little bit. And we're starting to hold. We're trying. Yeah, risk-free. The beauty of multiple contracts. Oh, wow. Yeah, see, look at that. Slammed 10 points. 11 points just instantly. Someone short from 39. Nice work. Why did I jinx it? I don't know. I don't believe in jinx. I joke around with it sometimes. I don't believe in that. I'm not superstitious. A little stitious. But let's get to... Remember, hashtag slow markets. I see a couple good ones in already. Got to go through of them. Get some of those hashtag slow markets in. Yeah, I'm looking for us to at least tap 800, maybe these 790s. But we might not get it. Buyers have just been very illiquid. Lots of back and forth. Thanks for the advice. Presidential trade. Gold is slow right now. Yeah, I'm not trading gold. I'm going to wait for the rollover to finish. I'm looking for a break above 23,900. I was too earlier, and then it just slammed it on me. Look, another 5-minute close on the red side. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 candles. 8 5-minute candles straight down. What's the odds of a 9th one? What's the odds of another 9th candle? Well, don't bet on it. No, don't do that roulette strategy. 9 reds. Yeah, there won't be another one. And then you just blow your account. No, let's... I gotta make some dinner money tonight. Coach Jay says oil pumping. That should be pretty bearish for these equities. Yeah, oil's making its way higher. I gotta make some dinner. I gotta make some dinner here to pay for the bills that looks like people are actually gonna take me up on the free dinner. Yeah, statistics versus gambler's fallacy. Alright, if we break down now, I got another nice pivot to move my stop loss. See how I'm doing it? You guys see how I'm using this 100-tick chart where I'm using it to manage this trade? The trade setup on the 5-minute, I'm managing this trade on a 100-tick chart, zoomed in, managing that risk, letting the trade play out here. Andre, are we having fun yet? It depends on what side of the market you're on. Coach Jay is. We're counting how many red candles we could get in a row. So far we're at 9. We're at 8 actually. 8th. 8 red candles in a row. We got about 2.5 minutes till this one finishes. Do I think I can go back to old school size? Maybe, if I'm... We never did get to 800 even. We got to 806. 806 is the low right there. But it is... Yeah, it's the session low. 806 quarter. It's a risk-free trade. Risk-free. Gotta make trades to fund the social life. Hey, trading's optional. Who's long? Who's long? Who's short? We got a couple hashtag slow markets in the chat. Let's see them. Explain why it's risk-free. Well, because I'm in this trade overall, I've closed one contract off, plus $25. My current stop loss, the most I could lose, is about $25. So technically, I've locked in 25. If the market goes up and stops me out, I lose 25. Net 0. So it's net scratch. That's why it's risk-free. NQ tapped. In short, 2 micros. You use limit orders like Jay. It depends. I mean, I join bid, join ask. Those are technically limit orders. Gotta learn to accept losses. Don't trade with your wins or losses from the last day. Size down. Journal review. Yeah, you don't want yesterday's trades to affect today's trades. Yeah. Okay. So far, these 20s. Wait, is this going to be the first green candle? Are they going to let this candlestick be green? We got 30 seconds. Oh. 12 seconds. They're not going to let this candlestick be green. There's going to be 9 candles in a row, maybe? Oh, that's the first green candle. First green candle of the session. Alright, I'm going to tighten this up just a little bit more. We got this pivot right here. And we got some more resistance right around these 27s. So, first green candle. We're seeing a nice 3-bar reversal. So, now I'm okay if we do get stopped out. We didn't see that big flush, right? We talk about stair step up, elevator down. We're not seeing that elevator down, so yeah. Yeah, especially now we're holding and we finally found a green candlestick. Maybe we get a bounce back up to 840s. Yeah, let's just get out of that. Look, $15. There we go. Plus $15. Not enough for a meal. I don't know. That doesn't even pay for McDonald's now, does it? Now let's watch it. Let's watch it. Let's see if we could buy or step in here. Wendy's value meal. That's like 3 McChickens. I don't know. No reverse button. No, I'm not gonna be getting into a long on this. Yeah, don't try and sell me on 15. Happy Meal, not enough for fuel. $5 meal, fuel, maybe gas. I don't know. That won't put like a gallon of gas, 2 gallons of gas. Doubling profits. Let's go. What's that guy say on the YouTube now? What is it? Gonna get even or get even worse? We're gonna double the profits. Ramen for you, entree. Yeah, I don't mind the longs here, but we've got a lot of selling pressure. And yeah, I don't mind longs. Love you, Dakota. Learned a lot. Thank you for everything. I appreciate it. And we now get 10 5-minute green candles. I don't know. Yeah, do you see how that finally found some buyers stepped in? Finally a 3-bar reversal, right? 3-bar reversal. Can't go lower than the lows. Yeah, we're gonna find that out. We got here's something we gotta make sure we are aware of. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Top of the hour. 2 minutes. We'll see if we get some movements here in the markets in about 2 minutes. Maybe that's what this NASDAQ is waiting for. Uncle Bugatti, what's up? We are hanging out. You know, is that why you showed up, Uncle Bugatti? Is that why you showed up? You just wanted the free food. You wanted the free food. Yeah, I'm still leaning to the short side. Leaning to the short side. Yeah, there's buyers. Look at that rejection. Look at that rejection. Are we gonna go back to red candles? Sweep time. Where can I donate? Get out of here. Get out of here. Giving out McDonald's gift cards. McDonald's gift cards. I'll meet you in Vegas. I'll meet you in Vegas. How about that? It's been a slow market. That is for sure. Oil retesting. Let's take a look at gold. We got 30 seconds left. Gold's starting to sell off a little bit there too. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ. Let's watch the top of the hour come in about 15 seconds. Yeah, crude's hanging out at 94. I got my Intel stock just looking at me. Ugh. You know, just Intel has that look sometimes. Intel's looking at me at $44.37 a share. All right, top of the hour. Here we are. Not yet. What's up with the first move at the futures open? Well, that was a headline. That was a big headline. All the way up to 24,023. All right, buyers starting to step in here. So I'm going to go ahead and get in. See if this support is going to hold. Now that we've got some good market structure here. Then if it sells off and it goes down, I could be like, yeah, you know what? I knew that was going to happen. Ugh. We might just sell it. I was looking for these 790s. We just didn't get it. A lot of buyers just kept stepping in. These higher lows. All right, I'm gonna move my stop loss to 815 if we get a nice breakout here. So let's try it. I'm trying it. Remember, there's our risk disclosure in the YouTube chat. It's all for education, demonstrating moving stops. Yeah, it's just not it. Nope, that's not it. Oh, what was I doing? What was I doing? I was looking for this market to get to the 790s. There goes dinner. I'm going to wait a second. I still like the longs if we reject. After 9 candles? Yeah. Did it just do that to me? Did it just do that to me? Pull back. I'll get back in. I'm not going to wait for this candle to close either. All right, let's get back into the same trade. It's the same trade. I'll add if we break out. I want to see a solid breakout here now. Allergies have been kicking my butt. Freaking allergies all last couple weeks. Having a rough night. I'm down $50. Down $50. Got called up to live. Great work. Any advice? Take it slow. Take it slow. It's not a competition. You're not racing up against the clock. All right. See if we get into this third contract on the breakout. Market makers are watching. Yeah, they were paying attention to that stop loss down there. I tagged my stop and bounced. Yeah. I like breakouts. J Baller, DJ Baller. 25K by morning. Ooh, I'd be okay with 24,000 by morning. Maybe we get to 24K. We got it. It all starts here. Why did I flip? We kept holding this, right? We held this level. Buyers stepped in at these 812s. So you gotta. I might be wrong on flipping, but flexible bias, right? Flexible bias. Let's see if we could find some buyers stepping in here. Third contract getting filled, maybe. I only want to get in if we break out. Good night, Coach Jay. We got to 400 likes. We got to get to that 800 target. You might be right. Hey, we never know, right? Sell 25 Delta Strangle on your Intel. I like buying Intel just outright. No, I'll have to look at that. Bullish Trump extended Iran data. Okay, there we go. Third contract entered. Buyers, don't let me down. I want to tighten the stop loss up quick if we get some momentum here. Three-bar reversal. Maybe? Still selling? We're struggling to break out to the long side. We're not getting much momentum in either direction. It seems just kind of a... It's volatile, but slow volatility. Does that even make sense? Volatility versus speed. Someone says, going down, coach. Let's go up first. Boomers said they are bullish today. Ooh. Still selling. Just broke 1K for tonight with only micro. Oh, nice work. Nice work. We can still see some more hashtag slow markets. I got a couple of them. A couple good ones. Okay, so far so good. Need to break through this pivot high at 38.75. Yeah, volatility versus velocity. There's not a lot of velocity or momentum behind these breakouts. See if we can get through it. Oof. Oof. This might be just a rough one tonight. Edward Lisk, I'm not sure. Slow volatility, no such thing. Well, it's volatile. It's just there's not. The order book is very thin, right? Maybe it's slowly moving through the order book, but the order book's so thin, not as much. Oh, slow volatility. What would slow volatility be, chat? Is there no such thing? If there was such thing, I would say tonight would be that thing. Low volume. What would you call this market? Slow volatility exists. What's up, Dakota? 1 a.m. here in London. This momentum is putting me to sleep. Hey, you can tune in. You don't have to trade this. You don't have to trade this. Trading is optional. Tune in, ask questions, enjoy the show. All right, buyers. All right, we're trying. I see. Still got to get through 38.75, 39. It's okay if trading's boring. It could take its time all it wants if it keeps going higher. Crude oil, 93.38. So crude oil's selling off a little bit. What do you have tick chart on min-wise? I'm not sure what you mean. Base hits pay the bills. Yes, they do. All right, let's get through these 40s here. Okay, liking this. See if this one will allow me to scale out. Last time it did not. The other one did not. Good, keep on selling oil. Yeah, I don't mind if oil keeps going down. Yeah, we're at 93.47, down 1%. We need to get some follow through here. Something we haven't seen tonight, really. No, well, There we go. A little bit through these 40s. 43s. Doing some work now. Okay, I'll take one off there and tighten this risk up. Tighten that risk up. Okay, let's see if we can scale out now. If I could demonstrate this for educational purposes only, right? How to demonstrate how to scale out. See if we can get that here. Tighten up the stop loss, same way I was doing last time. Yeah, buyer stepping in nice here. Oh, Nvidia's up 0.7%. So we got Nvidia up 0.7. Yeah, the equities are green. Green on the screen. Still long these two contracts. There we go. We keep doing it. This is doing a lot better than when we're going down in this mess. So let's go straight back up. Please hold all day with you. Well, you follow your process, I'll follow mine. we got people already. Yeah, you guys are already calling in for reservations. The owner of the restaurant just texted me. He's like, "We got people calling in for reservations for the free dinner." I love you guys. I might get out of my second contract if we break back into these. We might be headed back into this range. I'd be okay with that if we head back into this mess. I gotta get. There we go. There we go. All right, we got these two hashtag slow markets. There it is. Nice trade. Nice trade here. That one worked out. It looked like it worked out. I can't tell. See how you managed that trade, but love to see green on the screen. Here you go. So hard getting into position, stop placed, and off to work. Interesting. Okay. Place the trade and go to work. I like that. Just be careful with all this headline that's coming out. Calling a week. $500 green locked in. Thank you, Dakota. Have a great weekend. Well, we're in a good position here. I'm very happy with this one. Took a minute. It took a minute to get some momentum here. You did one on Instagram. I have a hard time sharing one on Instagram, but whenever someone tags me on the Insta, I think that's what you call it, the Insta. Then, oh, there you go. Mention me. What? Who is this? AAA Trades. Is that you? AAA Trades. I don't. If you tag me on Instagram, I'll share it. I don't mind sharing it. Yeah, that's you. Okay. After class, I'll share it. Always give support. You guys give me support. I'll do the same. That's what the true community is about. Ooh, man, seller stepped in right there. Let's get back up to these 50s. Thank you. I went to dinner. What the heck happened? Yeah. News. Headlines. I might have to call them and just say, hey, we gotta limit how many people we're doing. I don't know. Here comes some buyers stepping in. I'm gonna take one more contract off right there. Secure some more profits. Get back into this risk-free position. See the support right here? Right? What? 2, 3, 4. Almost just careful with my drawings. There's some buyers stepping in. Here we go. Not too bad. Not too bad. If you look at this in terms of points, right? I'm up 10 points. I locked in 10 points already. How many points are we locking in? Focus on the points. If this was, I do the same thing. Like I said, do the same thing with micros. I do the same thing with minis. It'd be up 200 bucks. Unrealized 300. Same process. Same process. Someone says head down. Yeah, a lot of rocket ships. Now we chill. Now we chill. It was a good one. Man, time goes by fast. Time has went by fast. Will you reserve the trade? What do you mean reserve the trade? Oh, buyers continuing to step in. I'll just continue to trail this. I'm gonna trail it, right? Trail it pretty aggressive here. See these 50s. Let's get some volume. It's good. Right in the middle of this range. Maybe we can get up to these 70s, 79, 80. Can we see those 79s or 80 come into play? Risk management. Risk management. One loser, one winner. And we're cruising. All right. Continue to trail it up. Watching where some support and resistance is on this 100 tick chart. Being aggressive with my stop. Locking in the profits. As we cruise. You see how I'm trailing my stop loss? Anybody? I'm sure there's better ways to trail it. Maybe you have more efficient ways the way you trade. Just the way I like to trail my stop loss. Just through these pivots. There you go. That worked. Bam. There we go. There we go. Shabby, not too bad. Tonight's already Friday's price action. This week went by fast. Tonight's Thursday night, Friday's price action. And as always, we talk about it, Capital Preservation Friday. If you are positive for the week, you don't want to give it all back and end up in a negative position, right? It ruins your weekend. I will be on tomorrow at Market Open. So I'll be here for the New York Session Open. It's going to be a good one. Going to be a good one. Jack's back. Jack is back. Always love having him on air. Man, look at that. See? Get aggressive with a stop. Stopped out. Not too bad. Man, it's quite the sell-off here. Yeah, Jack's the man. Someone says the Q puts tomorrow. You got puts on, Will? Did you put the puts on today or did you put them on tomorrow? Yeah, look at that sell off here. Where's Mitch? Haven't seen him for a while. I don't know. Mitch is always Mick. You mean Mick? Poots. Let me get some poots. Have some QQQ 570 puts. Okay. Moving stop loss for the win. Yeah, risk management. See, if that was minis, right? I don't want to sit here and do trader math, but the process is the same. It really is. You guys, I share videos all the time. It doesn't matter whether it's a mini or a micro. It's the same process. The same idea behind it. The same risk management. How you move your stop loss. That's the way I do it, right? Because I'm here to help. Don't look to trade exactly like me. I would never expect someone to say, I'm going to trade exactly like Dakota. You develop your own process on how to trade, but it's the same thing. These markets are liquid enough that you could do the exact same thing with, say, minis, right? 3 minis, $560. Continue to size up, right? We took the puts off today. Scaled in short, 3. Nice. How's Big Eddie doing? Hopefully doing good. Last I heard, he's doing well. Bought some puts, put diagonals on the Qs. Okay. And we're chilling here. Yeah, see, it's not about profit, right? It's about the process. I do the same thing in my personal. If it was 10 minis, same thing. Coach Hoop, you texted him last week. He's doing good. Good to hear. Good to hear. Thanks. Thanks, Hoop. And we got the move. I mean, that was the moves, right? We had this. I didn't catch this down. I wish. I only caught a small piece of it. It wasn't the best, but I did catch this move back up. See, I'm better at buying dips. It's just me. It's the way it's a me thing. I've been so much better at just buying the dips than selling. It's just a me thing. I mean, we didn't get much on the bone on this here, right? There wasn't much. There wasn't that big flush I was looking for. But man, look at these market go now. The volatility is here. Volatility is definitely here. Let's take a look at gold. Gold's been interesting. Yeah, gold's holding up a little bit there. Well, everyone, I think this is where I'm going to end it. Come on, we got to get to the likes. Bump up the likes. Remember, it's supply and demand. It definitely is supply and demand. It's just like, hey, what does the community want to see? If you guys want to see me, Braden, and Jay trading it up at the same time, you support it. And that's the way you show you support it. And that way it's like, oh, okay, this is what everyone wants. We'll do it, right? The same way about moving my stream 30 minutes early. Everyone wanted me to start at 7 p.m. instead of 7:30. So it's like, okay, if enough people want it, then I'll do it. And it's not just the ones that are active chatting, right? There's a lot of traders who don't chat. There's a lot of people who are not chatting in the YouTube chat. And there's also a lot of traders who watch this after. So maybe they have it on YouTube, and once they miss it, right? They come back, watch the recording, and obviously you're not gonna type in the YouTube chat because it's not active when it's watching the recording. So supply and demand with anything. If it makes sense, then I'll do it. If you guys want it, I'll do it. Obviously there's gonna be a give or take with anything, where it's like maybe we have 20 people that really want this and they're very vocal, but that still doesn't outweigh like the 1,500 people that's like, no, we don't want that. So it's always a supply and demand thing. This is a market. This is a market channel, right? Day trading, supply and demand. It's in our blood. So I'm gonna leave it there. I'll see everybody bright and early tomorrow morning. If not, it'll be Sunday night. Take care, everybody, and see you then.